Let's talk Sunday vibes. Sunday, January 12th, and we are talking about Sunday vibes, just the best vibes that you could possibly have on a Sunday. And listen, this isn't voted on by the greater population, as these aren't even necessarily my favorite, but I think overall these vibes just hit perfectly right. And they're not productivity vibes. We're not GTLing and meal prepping and cleaning and getting ready for adult life for the rest of the week. This is a little bit more on the risque side. To start with, I'm just going to go in the no specific number order. I'll let you guys number them. Which one's the best? We have brunch. Now, brunch has become a staple, I think, since like the mid-teens. I don't know if the word existed prior to the mid-teens or not, but it's popular now. And I think the thing people love about it is that there's a bottomless beverage that you can drink there, called a mimosa, and for some people that just really strikes the chord. Like, I can have as many of these as I want. It would be. I know they kind of introduced like Bellinis and Bloody Marys, which you're a monster if you're doing bottomless Bloody Marys, because everybody knows the Bloody Mary is good. Like the first drink of the morning, especially after a little hangover, you plow that down and then you're back. It's like a vitamin, basically. I don't know what else we could do bottomless. Like, even if it was bottomless beers, I mean, that would be a mistake. There's something about that combination of champagne and a splash of orange juice, cheap champagne and a splash of orange juice, that is just guaranteed to light you the F up. And there's probably not fatal casualties, but there's certainly some broken ankles and minor scrapes and cuts of people trying to just get back home, from one of those type of knockout punches. The other thing with brunch is, what do you eat? What do you eat at brunch? They're always going to have specials for brunch. They're always going to have a food special that's out. I don't ever get the special. The special is a modification of something that's already on the menu. You don't know how long it's been a special for. I think Anthony Bourdain, once said that you should never get fish on a Sunday because it's like the leftovers from Thursday and they get the fresh order on Tuesday. So definitely avoid fish on Sundays. I think that could be wrong. Anthony Bourdain said something about that. And then overall, brunch is kind of a risky move because really it could start with a few drinks and next thing you know, it's 4 o'clock. 60 minutes is right around the corner. You haven't done anything yet today. You're checking to see how many sick days you got left because you absolutely lost control at this thing. You were standing, dancing on a table. Maybe you got kicked out. Maybe you forgot to pay your check. Swear to God, those things have never happened to me, but it does happen to people, and it's quite lit. So I think brunch really is probably the most popular. It's the most dangerous, but I think for a lot of people in America, it's kind of like a rite of passage, and I'd love to know how this exists in other countries. Like if in Italy, if Italy heard about brunch, they'd say you get out now. I don't think they're brunch people. Everything they do is pretty casual, and they drink all day anyway, so they don't want to put labels on just another drinking thing. So respect that about Italy. And then brunch, otherwise, your vibe changes based off the planning of the brunch. If the brunch was decided upon beforehand, you can game plan and say, okay, we're going to go at 11, we're going to leave by 2, have the rest of the day. If it's an impromptu, said that wrong, if it's something you decided on the night before, brunch sounds good in the morning, it will be a long day. You're not going to have the willpower. You haven't had all week to plan and think to yourself, I probably should take it easy today. But nonetheless, it's a fun activity. It also is good on Saturdays, but for Sunday, it just hits different. The air is a little crisper. The water they pour you on the table tastes a little bit better. I'm not sure why, but it almost should be a national recognized holiday. Like once a month, brunch Sundays. Everybody still has to work, but it's just like known. Everyone does brunch on Sunday that day. So we'll see. Maybe we'll make a change in the brunch industry. Hope you like my outfit. It's the beginning of the gym season, just so everybody knows. If you don't already have a sweatshirt that is ripped, you should probably start doing that as we're 2 weeks into new gym season. Or don't do this at all, actually. It's a terrible look, and I regret it every second of the day. Second cool brunch vibe is like a beach or pool day. Now, this all likelihood does not have to end in a nightmare that brunch is going to end in. You could moderate better. Now here's the thing, though. If it's hot beach pool, you start getting carried away with the beverages. You're slamming way too many beers back. It can get worse. You are in the sun. You might have been in the sun Saturday, too. You put a bunch down on Friday. You might not be escaping without a severe burn and a hangover that's going to last till Wednesday. So while it's beautiful, operate in moderation. It's easier to get out of the beach pool vibe than it is to get out of the brunch vibe. Because the brunch vibe, a lot of times you're with a lot of people, you get up to go, they're like, oh, come on, stay a little longer, we're going somewhere else. The beach pool, you could be like, I'm getting hot, I'm burning, for me as an Italian, people never will believe that. So I have to say something like, I got to go get my kids from school. Just anything that's hard to argue. I don't have kids, and I don't even know where school is. So come up with a good lie and a good excuse if you want to get out of brunches. If you want an Irish goodbye, love a good Irish goodbye. Start loading a couple up in your repertoire of how you Irish goodbye. Like one of my favorites is I just say, hey, I'm going to go outside and smoke a cigarette. And people don't question that. And I don't smoke cigarettes. And people still don't question that either. So that one's been working, but I got to add a couple more. I'll keep you guys updated on some new Irish goodbyes. Oh, I got to put something in my car. I'll be right back. That's a pretty solid one too. And the key to the Irish goodbye, I do like telling one person and say, hey, don't tell anybody, but I am leaving. And that at least in the next 15, 20 minutes go, hey, where'd Tony go? Somebody will spill the beans and go, oh, okay. So it's not a complete mystery, but ultimately you got out with a lot of unnecessary hugs and handshakes, things like that. Last Sunday vibe is cave mode. Now, cave mode, if you haven't figured it out already, is when the entire place that you live in is blocked off from any external light, and you are locked into there like a cave. And the whole point of this is to probably recover from terrible decisions you've made Friday and Saturday. I don't think really healthy people are cave moding on Sunday. I mean, I do it. I'm fairly healthy, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you just want to watch Gladiator. Get on the couch, no light from the outside, turn off your phone. Definitely don't read a book. You got to watch TV in cave mode. You're definitely ordering something from Uber Eats that's just like a little bit unhealthy, not too crazy, but just to get you through to dinner, because you'll probably end up being productive at the end of cave mode night. I think cave mode is one of the best options out of all this. Now, the dangerous side of this whole top brunch vibes thing is that if you can somehow parlay brunch, beach pool, and cave into one day, you might need 2 days off to start the week. That's dangerous when you start doing this whole thing. That's just the ultimate bad decision, lazy Sunday. And I'll tell you what, I'm not judging. I love doing all this stuff. It's so much fun. What's some other fun things that we could do on Sunday? That's it. These are the 3 things you do on Sunday. I think people do other productive things, but this is like the degenerates top vibe Sunday. And now you throw in one other detail in this. If it's football season, well, obviously you got like 12 hours of NFL on. Again, you could parlay all of these things around the NFL schedule on a Sunday and ultimately end up doing really like nothing and just getting very mad at sports teams and losing money gambling. So listen, I think if you're not doing one of these at least once a month on a Sunday, pick one up, adopt it. It's a fun life. There's blogs about it. There's whole Reddit pages and Instagrams about things to do on Sunday, and a lot of it's brunch, beach, and cave. That's like some of the most fun stuff you can ever do. So with that being said, quick Sunday vibes. I'm Tony Siciliano. We'll see you next time.